Left pocket got pow, pow. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packing, nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my.
Okay, Coach, thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Colorado. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check 99. Check 99. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Alpha. 3 down. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Cousins now. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Get the hunt! Here we go, let's bring it! Let's go, let's bring it! Let's bring it! Check 9, check 9! Hey, flicker! SOS!
Throwing is Cousins. Screen pass to Lindsay. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go! Switch! Deuce! Throw!
To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 20. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 52. Time go.
They'll run it with Johnson. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Look at me. Go. Bravo. 2.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, receiver. Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. You ain't doing that. Hey, seam 6. Hey, Mike's 50.
Cousins to throw it. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
He's scared. Kill. Kill. Hey, turn it up. No.
On third down, Cousins. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right here. Through. Check. Crunch.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Target. Kill. Hey, yo. Back.
Throwing, Cousins. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check 24. Shift. Joker.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Kill. Watch safety creep. Watch him go. Safety's creeping. Check. Fresno.
Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Championships, baby. Sponge. No.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Caught by Nelson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. There he goes, right side. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Your heart! 180! 55! Not today, Ron. Not today. Can't. Switch. Watch the twitch. Watch the zebra. Slam. Mark 55. Hey, wahoo! All day, baby, all day. Hey, check right. Watch it, you find. Hey, pick it up, defense.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
First. Check three. Hey, no, easy. 55 is my guy, 55. Man out.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll bring up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Watch the safety creep. Check 43.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Pretty quiet.
On play action, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles. They continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, X3, 218, chop it. Kill, turn up. Watch the edge.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
Ready. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. We don't want this. Check. Lucky. Kill.
First throw now for the backup lock. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. 18, Gator. No such thing as a loss. We taking win call. He's checking. Crash. Switch.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
36. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
McManus on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it. Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, you.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, it's Rudolph. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Yes, yes. Hey, 50. Get it. 50.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Check 4, check 4.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Blue draw Corkers.
Here we go.
Go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Tackles, tackles.
Two.
Back to the air, Rudolph. Screen play, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. 23 yards the pickup there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Hey, Delta. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Rudolph now to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, Echo.
Coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for number 87. Incomplete.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Go out.
Hey, check 24. Watch
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist. Now.
A final shot before half for Locke. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Haywood.
Here's Rudolph. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, high 7.
Rudolph looking to throw it. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Look, squeeze. 6-6, pull it high. Check. 5.
Lock now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot. You think you gonna get this?
Block again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Calais Campbell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go to Johnson again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Ready? 8, read. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Yeah.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
On the
A
ready.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's get off the field, D. Check it out, Reed. Switch.
Hey, exit.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50. 65.
Now.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Bang. Check nickel. Mike's 56.
Ready.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 4. Yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
35-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. That's what I do.
Now it's Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He gets this one to Johnson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Rock to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check 9, check 9. Hey, Alpha. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Bravo. SOS. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Let's go, baby.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
70, Indy. Hey, lock it. Hey, D-Lock, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Deuce. Bam. Check 13. Check 13.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Here we go. Hey, switch gears.
And shedding through the tackle. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Ready. Check, right 54. Right 54. Hey, team 6. Step.
Now Rudolph. He finds his man Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Rudolph got his man complete over the middle. It's Murray. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hey, wahoo!
Rudolph on 1st down. Complete. It's Johnson. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's it. Big hit.
3rd down.
Ready? 18, Gator. Go.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And that takes us from second to third down.
6 yards to go.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. 61 Matchbox Lights. Go.
Here's Rudolph. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
The dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw it is Locke. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here we go, here we go. AT Gator.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50.
I'm trying to collect.
Now.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
General West.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Over the middle, complete. It's Murray. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rudolph now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rudolph, screen play, Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
Now Rudolph. He may try and run for this. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. Same story continues. He's the only one that's scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Watch the backer. No. Off. Watch it.
Hard. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Ready? 15, line it. 15 line.
Check. Crunch. Kill.
Protein spill. Two.
Rudolph going to look to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready?
Here we go. Back. Check 24. Shift.
Let go.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Steelers,